back on the Caddy! Right, we're back on the Caddy. I've had a little bit of time, but I've been busy moving light switches and stuff like that, ready for a bigger toolbox. Because I'm outgrowing that little red roller cab I had, so been doing stuff like that and added an outside socket to the garage for outside sockety power type activities. To my electrician friends, yes, I have done it to spec. Come round and check if you really want. But anyway, so like I said, I am preparing for this floor pan. So let's have a little look. So I've got that old brace just temporarily clamped in. I need to mark out the holes for that before I go too far. So where are they? There they are there. So I'll mark them out, then I'll drop that through the hole. I'll probably put the old wishbone back on it just to make sure everything's lining up. And then make some stuff look pretty. I'm not getting any younger, you know. So, you know, I'm 41. So to climb under there with a pen to mark out those holes takes a great deal of effort. When you get under there eventually and you find out the pen's ran out, that is most annoying. So, in the bin for you! Okay, I've got the strut, all that back on, the wishbone. So that is the kind of mount for the wishbone. Underneath, I've got that bolted in. So I'm happy that that's in the right position. So I'm going to go ahead and those holes in there, that's where I drilled out the welds. So I'll plug that in, weld that in and see you in a minute. Right, okay, so you can see there, that one is a little bit wider. Looks like they're the same length, so I'll transfer these holes onto this one. So I've got the mount in and I've tried this old one on and everything seems to line up. So far so good. So yeah, just line that up there. Looks pretty much centered. I think what I'll do is maybe just make those holes a little bit larger than they need to be. Then I've got a bit of adjustment on them. Yeah, I think we're good there. Let's drill them out, guys. What I'll do, I'll use the old step drill just to take that down to size, which is, got little measurements on the side there, 9/16. Maybe we'll take that up to 5/8. Look at me talking in old money. I haven't got a clue what any of it means. We've got this lovely deburrer, so very handy, just go round, take the burr off. It saves grinding that back and then, you know, weakening the metal, so on and so forth. Right, let's dive under there and see if it fits. So on the old one, it has that little stud there. What that goes on to, that winds on and then your fuel lines come along and sit in there. So I've got a little plan for that for the new one. So that's where it needs to be. I'm going to weld that little nut, little bolt through there, and then that will act as our little captive stud to wind that onto. Let's do it. Right, I'm going to do my best not to burn myself this time. I think is a good idea. Okay, well that was a mission because I couldn't actually see anything. The sun coming through the window was just blacking out my mask straight away. Right, there we go. I think that is now ready to get a bit of weld through in, clean it up. I'm I might have put a bit of stone chip or hammerite and something on there, because I'm not actually welding on that bit, and get it welded into the Caddy. How hard can it be? Okay, so I've prepped this up. I've incorporated a bit of my old E21 into that. Opal green. Didn't have any hammerite or anything like that, so I needed some paint, so opal green it is. So I've just taped up these edges because that's got weld through on it. So that, before that goes in, the last thing to do is, this has got a hole there and a hole there. I'm guessing that's for like to put the wax oil through, let any water drain out, I guess. So I've got to transfer them onto that one. And also I've welded up the little hole underneath where the old mount was, hence why I'm so dirty. So let me take you under there and have a quick go-see. Right, okay, there's a little patch I did. So this little square here, I haven't fully ground that back because 90% of that is covered by that brace that goes across there. But yeah, that's all that bit of rot done. That all gets covered. It's got a bit of weld through on it. So I'm ready to transfer the holes onto that other support there and get it welded in. Right, okay, the rail is in. It is another night shift. I was actually in here earlier today, which was probably the last clips just before this. But tonight we got the mother-in-law round, and being the sociable guy and the family man that I am, I've come out into the garage to carry on working on this rusty Caddy. So there you go. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Right, so there it is. Support rail is in. I've got my little clip on there. I've probably just got to tidy those welds up a little bit. That will all get seam sealed and everything like that. And that is the inside. So I did find a bit of stone chip, which I've just put in there, just a bit of extra protection. So a couple of plug welds at the front, plug welded there. These holes, they were from the original rail, which was obviously a lot thinner in width. So when I'm welding that floor pan in, I will sort them out. So yeah, onto the floor pan. This is where we are up to. So I've got that cut in, all kind of looking tight and right round there. A little bit of hammer and dolly work to do along that section. Same across there, just get that fitting nice. I'm not kind of sure what's going on there. I've obviously messed up when I was building that corner. But yeah, slice that along there to get round the curve. A couple of holes for some plug welds. That will get plug welded there. That overhang is to look like that, so that gets folded round and then trimmed off. So yeah, bit of prep to do, and we'll get it in. Right, the floor pan is all prepped, so I'm just about ready to start getting that welded in. Let's have a look. So, got these holes in it, which are, so you can do your wax oil, and the smaller holes, they're for my plug welds. So that's all cleaned up around the edges. Back is all in weld through, good few coats on there. So I think we'll stick you on a time lapse and get this welded in. Let's do it. actually got the floor pan welded in and the little rear corner section. There's a little repair in the corner. Shame about the little crease from where it's been pressed, but I mean, it all gets covered up, so it's not the end of the world. There's our brand new shiny floor pan, looking all sweet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my cheap old eBay special spray gun just to blast a bit of primer over this. The area is too big to use a spray can on, really, so yeah, I'm going to give it a good old coat of high build primer with the gun, and then that is jobs are good. Right, okay, paint is all mixed up, get my mask on, and let's do it. Right, that is the driver's side done, which is awesome. It's been a long time coming. Let's give you a little look. So, there is my new floor pan. All primed, all welded in, which is nice. I've primed the back as well. Had a little reaction there with the underseal that was there. Little back corner there that I've done. So, that is the driver's side all finished. See if I can give you a little view underneath. There we go, so you can see all the brace in there. All looking sweet, all primed. So let's move on. So that is the driver's side of the Caddy done, which I am ecstatic about. It's taken ages to get from the back all the way up here. Obviously I've done the repair on the door. Yeah, loads. New rear arch, the repairs to the sill, the repairs to the inner sill, all this wheel housing that we've done. So yeah, we're going to move on. So I think next is going to be all round the windscreen. So in the next video, we'll be trying to get that windscreen out without breaking it and see how bad the repairs that are needed are around there. So yeah, as always, if you like the video, please give it a little like, please give it a share, give it a subscribe, doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.